Hello, my name is Carx82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am currently crafting up the last batch of our field generators. These things are rather expensive. I was debating whether or not I should just do the 15 or whatever that we need instead of the whole 64, but I'm like, you know what, we'll probably use these field generators, so we might as well just go ahead and do it and get them taken care of. I have improved a lot of the crafting things around the base, but this is definitely a complicated craft, as we could see. It is lots of stuff needs to be crafted up, but it's pretty cool seeing everything work correctly and go. So I'll just let that work. Also, if you remember last episode, we were really hurting for tungsten. Now we have 1.5 million again. So yeah, just having that running on tungsten steel and not getting the tungsten back. Plus the transcendent metal, that was a lot of it was going in that to craft up the tesseracts, because I think these need it somewhere. I can't remember where the... No, we're not doing that one. I think we're doing... What are we doing? No, we don't have stellar yet. Yeah, we might be doing this one, which requires the transcendent metal rods. And then, if you remember, those actually do need... Or you need to... These. Yeah, these... You need one tungsten to smelt these. So, when you're doing, like, millions of those, you go through it pretty quickly. So, alright. I think we'll get these going. We'll just let the world craft those up and get our cores done. Everything else isn't too bad. Even the Shirobon at this point is not terrible. I think we are probably crafting up a whole bunch here. But the DTPF is sped up so much that it's actually not bad at all. I think we need Shirobon for this. Yeah, because we need it for the 192 quantum circuits, so... Yep, there it is. We need 3,000 Shirobon. So, we'll just let that work. And the DTPF actually is just so quick because I sped it up so much. Alright, one minor little thing. I noticed that it dumped all the molten metastable thing all in one, unfortunately. So since that is such a long recipe, you definitely want it split up, but it dumped it all in the one. So I kind of just manually moved it around a little bit, but I think once we get more of the compact fusions, that will become less of an issue. So there we go. Got the recipe for the cores. I actually do need to craft up a... I don't think I remember... Here, let me just get that going. I don't think I remember creating the... No, I didn't do the scanning, so I gotta scan those. Not a big deal. I'll just do that before we have to start crafting these up. These do require a lot of Shirobon. I kind of missed that part for dense plates, so that is 36 each, and we need... We crafting up another? Yeah, 142. Those. So, yeah, this is a very expensive craft, but getting this is just gonna make crafting up other things that much easier, because this is going to replace our entire Radox. All this craziness over here, this is all going to be replaced by the tier 4 QFT, and it just makes it much quicker. We are producing redox gas relatively quick, actually, with the 2, and then they're all upgraded with UMV and stuff, but as you can see, we are actually... These 2 actually go faster than these 2 can produce Xenosine, because I do have it a keep in stock. So it only turns those on once it reaches 10 million. You can see it happening there. So we could craft up more of these. But I do think once we get this done, a lot of this stuff does not require the... we do require these pico circuits, which is a little bit of redox, but I mean, it's not like anywhere near as much as it was crafting up 196 of those, because of the... You have to craft up the 64 at a time. So yeah, we have a bunch extra of that. But alright, so that is kind of where we're at, I think. And everything seems to be... Everything seems to be running pretty well. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, and this is just so quick, as it's like barely moving. It just does a bunch at a time. Yeah, it's every 3 seconds, and it does a decent amount. That's Californium, though. Californium is pretty slow, 12 seconds, Mark III. But yeah, I'll just let that play out, and then I may do a little bit of spring cleaning, because I was noticing we had a bunch of item cells filling up. These are just 64K, so they fill up pretty quick. But I've had our space elevator running for quite a long time, and I switched. I used to auto smelt these, but I've kind of switched over to dust. But the dust, I never really set up the dust to go into the chest, but there is some stuff in here that I'm like, do we really need this in here? I don't know. But all this stuff is probably going to eventually get used up. And we'll just store the dust, to be honest. Because it was getting kind of annoying with the... putting the dust in the A system, and when I was trying to craft stuff up, it was having a hard time figuring out when dust and plasma is going in and out of the A system. But, alright, so I guess we'll just let that run. And like I said, I'm just kind of... I'm going through disk drives, seeing if there's anything. Like, this has a ton of the lapis from our centrifuge. I was turning that directly into coolant. I don't even remember how we're doing that now. I guess we should do that. The problem is I don't want it to... We were doing it in, like, I think, like, right here, actually. Yeah, that's where we were doing it. Sure, why not? We'll just... I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I do think we are... Aren't we, like, auto-crafting this? Yeah, that's what we're... I forgot about that. We are actually auto-crafting that. You know what? Let's just void this. I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't think we need to keep that in stock anymore. Well... I'll just let it run. I'll avoid more coming in. Alright, anyway. Also, this whole setup for voiding stuff is insane. I hate red drives. I hate them. Hate seeing red drives. Probably like random stuff that... Alright, like why is stone dust not going in there? And almandine? That should be voided. I don't know why. Maybe I removed it and didn't even realize. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna do this while the other thing is crafting up. This is a perfect time for that, and we'll come back in a bit. Alright, we are chugging along with the Spacetime bending cores. The metastable Oganesson is very, very slow, so we are going to have to get this sped up sooner than later. I will probably start working on replacing the other compact fusions, I think, and we'll slowly replace those. And every fusion reactor we get makes making more easier and easier. But while that is crafting up the metastable Oganesson, we have quite a bit left. I am setting up a dedicated thing over here for dragon blood. And this is kind of temporary-ish. Basically, when I get the draconic thing built, I don't remember what it's called. This Draconic Evolution Fusion Crafter. Once I finally get this built, we will be using this to craft up molten dragon blood. So it's radon plasma and some awakened draconium, and you get that. And there is 2 types of eggs, I believe. Dragon egg and infinity egg. One is just more efficient, but I need to progress through witchery. No, not witchery. Blood magic and Botania. And we've gotten Icorium, we've gotten the Primordial Pearl, but we have 2 magic mods we're going to have to progress through before I can get that. So, in the meantime, I'm going to set this up for... How do I want this? I always do cable like 1 down. I know it's... Now we are kind of... We're getting more into wireless, so I'm not having to run cabling all over the place, but it still feels weird to be running cables up that high. Usually I do them down below. And then that layer is the thing. So that's it. Yeah, so this is just going to be its own dedicated... Yeah, we left enough channels to produce the dragon, or extract the dragon stuff we're getting from our bees. And this can just run passively, and it won't take up room in our active crafting processing factory, because that was a bit of a pain. Right, I gotta remember. Don't remember which. Fluid extractor and extractor, so we need second type. Yes, fluid mode, and then 21 and... It's 21 and 22. Yeah, I think it's 21 and 22 for the fluid extractor and extractor, if I remember correctly. Fluid extractor is the... No, not those. Yeah. I have them over here. Nope, over here. Dragon Drop Blood. Yeah, Dragon Drop Blood is 21, and then that one is the extractor, which is 22. The items. No! And we just crafted some Sharaban. That's why it flicked on right there. What did I say? Dragon Blood Drop, and then Propolis in there. Alright. So, just let that run, and that way it's not clogging up the one over there. And it can do both of them. And it should keep up. I do have the thing over here. And I think, like, usually if I'm doing a crafting, I take the combs out because I need to use it for crafting. But once we get this QFT upgraded, a lot of the crafting that we do in this thing, the main thing we are doing is mutated living solder. But we're going to be getting that from the QFT, so... I mean, we don't get a whole lot, but... I don't know. We'll see when we get to it. I'm thinking once we get that up, this is going to matter less. I don't think I'm going to craft up another one. I was debating of crafting up a chemical plant dedicated for dragon stuff, but I think I'll just let it... the stocking bus on there, and then... I'll just kind of manually, if I need to craft it up, I will manually turn that off. But, alright, so we got that. And, yeah, I guess we're just kind of letting the world chill here. And work through this metastable Oganesson. That is a slow recipe. Alright, we are back and I've gone ahead, finished up the bending cores, so we are down to the continuum rippers, but I think I need to throw this queen, the dragon queen, back in. I haven't had it running for a while. Unfortunately, I didn't realize the... Okay, I'm like talking here. Here we go. Alright, it's probably in there somewhere. Yeah, Dragon Blood Queen. I didn't realize the things were filling up with the submarine combs. I am voiding them at the moment. This is like a pretty terrible setup here. I've just never like bothered improving it because it sort of works, but yeah, submarine comb apparently. We are getting it from Volcanic, which I needed for the Blaze Comb, for the Blaze Powder, is why we did that. So that is going to take a little while to empty out because this thing has like a crazy huge buffer. It's continuing to empty. You can actually see it's like going up. Oh, maybe it finished. Looks like it's actually done. Alright, cool. That is going to take a while too. I guess I could probably... It would be quicker to actually just empty them with like a data thing. I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, I just needed the dragon stuff. Alright, so we need to... do this. We have done this a few times now, so I guess I probably need to do this. Yep, there we go. All the things. Right, at least those are like noticeable. They're like very noticeable. Okay, so either I was debating whether I want to craft up more compacts before I finish this, but I think I really should push this. I've been kind of pushing for this as fast as possible. Mainly because of the Radox. I can either craft up more of those vats, or I can just let the world run. So I would rather... Yeah, I'd rather get the QFT done, and then I won't have to worry about that. Right, I think I got... Nope, we got one more. Alright, how am I ever going to find this? Oh, there it is. Alright, so that is that. Now, now we just need to set up the rippers or whatever it is. I think we have everything for it. I haven't checked. We might need Dragon Blood for the superconductors. I don't know. 233. I'm scared. I'm scared. 233. Yeah. See, this is why I want to get these done ASAP. Alright. Molten thulium. Don't we have a... Apparently I never made a recipe for an extractor. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to have to let that run. So I think I'm probably going to do extractor. Talking and typing is very difficult. I'm going to have to wait for that or craft it up in parts. I should probably just craft it up in parts. We don't have to do 233 at a time. I should get this going. We do need a recipe for that, and that is quite a lot. Maybe I should do this. All right, I'm going to start. This is for our compact fusion. This is the 560 coils. I think I'm going to do that, actually. Maybe even 2 of them. I don't know if we have enough Leptron for 2. No. We had enough Leptron for 1. We're probably crafting up more. Yeah, we're crafting up using the Energium dust. Alright. Don't think we're going to get these done for today, unfortunately. But I can start crafting them up. Alright, I just thought it was kind of cool. We have all our assemblers just chugging along. It's pretty cool seeing everything just work. I think I want to move these when this is done. I'll probably like move them over to here. I don't actually know how many we're gonna need in total. Just thinking, I'm like 6, 12. The whole outside we could do space assemblers maybe, and then the inside is the pumps. And then the mining things, just to kind of keep them organized. Also, this has always driven me nuts, but yeah, we have that working. Also, I totally forgot the quantum for our thorium. The thorium 232 that we need. Totally forgot to use up our thorium for that. I think that's arcanite. Is that what it is? Molten arcanite, and we need that somewhere and something. I think we use the dust, if I remember correctly. Yes, the dust for molten octiron. But yeah, so much easier using the QFT instead of trying to get thorium with like boric acid or something I was doing in the chemical. Yeah, boric acid, thorium dust. We get some crazy byproducts. But yeah, should have a decent amount, 557,000. But again, I don't really mine up thorium. I probably need to get multiple. Thorium. There no. There's got to be like. I'm pretty sure there's like a plutonium one, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, it's thorionite, not thorium. Only 1% too. Why we have tens of millions of the. We have tens of millions of uranium, but we don't have a ton of thorium, actually. I'm just noticing that. There's an iron harmony, though. I am looking forward to that. So I got all the coils, just finishing up the controller for yet another one, and I'm actually going to craft up. I have 5 actually. I do. I'm going to craft this up because I am having to break down these compacts, and it is pretty slow going, to be honest, if we use our regular stuff. Now, I think these are too fast for like normal use, but you can see mining speed is 320, mining speed 128, and mining speed 96, mining speed 1280. So you can actually see a pretty big difference. Like, yeah, it's alright, but that's just so much faster breaking this stuff down. So I'm just kind of going like layer by layer, breaking this all down. I really don't know what other... I'm sure there's other ways to break stuff down, but this is... just, it's kind of slow going. Alright, so that's not... It's not like super much quicker than the regular pickaxe that I use. I think... I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if... I've had this for so long, I'm like, I don't want to give this up. But let's... If I do like... Okay, yeah, it is quicker. But I'll probably keep these on hand. Once I'm done with this, I'll probably just leave these for breaking stuff down. I think this is just too quick. Like, if I try to use this for normal things, I will just be breaking all sorts of stuff that I don't want to break. But, yeah, and I think the... I don't even know if it's possible, but I think the Shirobon one is even faster. Mining speed 2560. Yeah, like double. But I'm like, is it really... Can you get any faster than like instant? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny. I just wanted to show this. So I'm gonna get the next compact built as soon as I get all the things for this, and the wireless UHV seem to be working perfectly fine. I'm sure we can upgrade them if we really wanted to, but they fill up the buffer fast enough when I am switching recipes, especially with recipes that I have switched out for like much bigger. We're not doing one craft, we're doing like 1,000 crafts at once, so it is working fine. So, alright, anyway, we'll come back. Alright, I really need to sort out my bee stuff. This is so crazy over here. And the thing got all sorts of clogged up. with like 20 million combs and stuff that should have been voided. So I've just gone ahead and I threw down an infinity chest because I was trying to empty all the stuff, and all the stuff can probably go. I have just thrown a MEIO port, and I didn't realize you could actually use the hyper acceleration cards in this, because I was using the regular acceleration cards and it was going so slowly, especially when you start getting into these big drives, which I replaced all the 64K ones with the largest ones, just so I had a huge buffer. I mean, like, I don't even really need this. I need to figure out a better way to do this. Probably no drives. We will maybe just input into the infinity chest and a matter condenser kind of thing would probably be the easiest. Get rid of all the chests. I mean, I do like my wall of drones, but it didn't, I don't know. I just haven't really bothered with this. So that is got quite a backlog because I didn't realize it was clogged up. So like 11 million Elaptron. It's pretty quick, 5 ticks. It's going right now per craft. So I'm just going to let that run. But that is one of the reasons our Elaptron was so low. So I'm not going to be crafting up the next compact fusion because we're going to be short. Yeah, that's the ruby dust is Laptron dust. But I did go ahead and put this one back up. So we have switched it out. I've got a third compact 4 now. And I will just continue replacing these with compact 4. I have gone ahead and hooked this one up. I don't have these hooked up, but I rehooked that one up. So that's just going to make getting the stuff faster and faster the more of these I get. Because, yeah, that metastable Oganescent is something. Also, Stone Dust. I got to figure out what to do with this. I may just do like a digital singularity for it or something like that. I don't know. That super crazy storage cell that can only do one type, but it's basically infinite because yeah, we filled up infinity chest. It can only hold 2 billion per slot, and I didn't even think about that. We have 7.5 billion stone dust. It's going down laughably with a export bus over here, but yeah, that is hilariously slow, as you can see. I think I'm going to do one of those singularities and move everything over to it. But I will do that as I am doing other things. All right. So, yep, I need 233 of those, I believe. Probably going to be crafting these up in batches. Just because some of the things we don't hold enough. All right, so we'll do 100 on there. Like phosphoric acid, we only hold 900 million. We still create it. We just don't hold more than 900 million. So some of those things it's a bit awkward with these huge amounts. But all right, so there we go. We got 100 of those going. We'll come back next episode and we will get the tier 4. Yep, the tier 4 QFT, and with that gets rid of all that, and I think that it gets rid of all the optical water stuff. It really cleans out a whole bunch of processes we can break down. But anyway, that's going to be for today. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.